It is the nature of teams to rise or fall together. Each player is there to ensure the success of his or her companions, and none achieve greatness without the assistance of others. Teammates, coaches, staff, family, and friends have all had a hand in honing the talent that we recognize today. During his tenure at Suffolk, the 6'4" Larry made a name for himself on the basketball court, playing under the university's first head coach and athletic director, Charles Law. He started for 4 years and served as captain during his senior year. Michael was always a fan.
He was a tag-along little kid when we were kids. You know, I would play baseball, street baseball. And then we would play street punch ball, where you hit the ball and punch it. And he would come along. And together, we were an entrepreneur at a very young age. We sold raffle tickets. We made them up. We sold them for a nickel and a dime, and we went from house to house in Chelsea, and we got enough money to buy green and gold jackets. And the name of our team was Marlboro Musketeers.
Growing up in Chelsea was very interesting. We had no means, and we played sports and just developed a bond that continues on today, of friendship.
As we grew up together in the poor Jewish community of Chelsea, Massachusetts, we would often play basketball at Boston Park in Chelsea, and afterwards share a 5-cent bottle of Coke with 3 other guys. In those days, it was a really big treat.
We lived in Chelsea, we were poor, and we didn't know it, because everybody else was poor. And there was a war going on at that time. And I went off to work for the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park, and who tagged along? My brother.
I had to wash windows at 5 in the morning and wash floors, and then I would go to high school. I'd get into the high school and change in the men's room, and I would play my basketball, and I was also on the track team, and I did that for 3 years.
Well, Larry played at Chelsea High, and Larry became one of the outstanding athletes. He became captain of the Chelsea High basketball team. Anyhow, I went off to college at Suffolk University in Boston. And who tagged along? Larry.
Well, Larry was here between 1961 and 1965. He came out of Chelsea High School. He was recruited by my predecessor and my mentor, Coach Charlie Law. Larry was a 4-year starter for the Rams. His specialties were rebounding and defense, but on occasion he got into a little bit of an offensive mode, as was exampled at Babson College when he scored 29 points in the championship game.
If it wasn't for the sport, it was the foundation of teamwork and working with people, and I would have never gotten a scholarship. Getting the scholarship led me to a business education.
His teammates certainly appreciated his unselfishness and his dedication, and that was obvious because he was elected captain his senior year at the university.
Getting the scholarship and going to Suffolk University in Boston, I played there for 4 years. I was captain of the team, and we played very competitive basketball.
I could never understand why his family moved around from street to street, house to house, until one day I realized they moved when it was time to pay the rent, and his father didn't have the money. I also remember when Larry got braces on his teeth, and the day he had his friends pull them off with pliers because his family couldn't afford the monthly dental bills.
Going to college at that time period was $600 for the year. It could have been $6 million. I would have never been able to go to the school if it wasn't for playing the sport of basketball.
Even though he left Chelsea, he never forgot where he came from. Larry's life changed after graduating from college. He understands the advantages he gained from getting a solid education which led to his many business successes, his philanthropic work, his kind heart, and generous spirit.
We come from a family of hardworking, independent people, relying on ourselves, and we did really well with that.
Mother and father always wanted to give us the best, more than what they had. And again, it was through education that we were able to be successful. So I feel that being successful because of basketball and where I grew up and there go to college, I feel an obligation to give back to the communities, which I've been doing for many years and will continue on and perpetuate it also.
We are absolutely thrilled for you from all your friends at Lynn University. Both you and Elaine have been involved with our institution for over 2 decades in leadership positions and as members of the Blue and White Society, supporting our student athletes in so many different ways, not just through your personal support, but also by giving and enhancing their experiences here at Lynn.
Their past generosity has allowed us to get to a level where we're competitive in Division III athletics in New England. We have facilities now that both students and student athletes can be proud of. It gives us a fighting chance in terms of recruiting quality athletes.
Certainly there are a number of individuals who have contributed in many different ways to their alma mater. But in terms of this philanthropic outreach by them, and especially a former student athlete, they stand alone.
The Smith brothers' leadership philanthropy over the years has had a positive impact across the university. Their gifts have made possible the creation of an executive case discussion room at the Sawyer Business School. They have established an endowed scholarship in memory of their friend, Private Sheldon Cohen, providing financial assistance to a graduate of Chelsea High School who attends Suffolk. Their most recent philanthropic commitment supports the university's new academic flagship building, 20 Somerset Street, subsidizes travel and uniform costs for Suffolk athletes, and continues to fund the Private Sheldon Cohen Scholarship.
He has given back to many causes and strives to be a mentor to other young men growing up in less than ideal situations. His success in basketball led him to be the man he is today, never forgetting where it all began. So Larry, this Coke is for you. Congratulations.